Stuka Joe here. Today we'll be taking a look at this game, Assault on Madrid. And we will be taking a look at the assault action example found in the rulebook of this game. This is a game designed by Ballesteros and François-Xavier Eulet, published originally by Battles magazine in 2020 and now published most recently in Spanish by Headquarter Games. Before we begin, let's take a look at the information in the unit counters. At the top, we see the unit's identification. A flag denotes the faction to which the unit belongs. And the leftmost number at the bottom is the attack rating, followed by its defense rating and movement points. Many units in this game show a star in their left-hand side. These are shock units, which are capable of performing an assault action, which combines movement and combat. Units without the star symbol are low-quality militias and are called line units in the game. Republican line units have to perform morale checks whenever they are attacked in normal areas. Those are the areas denoted by a circle. Madrid and its suburbs, on the other hand, are urban areas denoted by a rectangle. In this example, it's the nationalist player's turn, and he will be conducting an assault action attacking Area M, a normal area, with 6 of his shock units from Area E. Because the nationalist player is activating more than 5 units, he has to spend 1 support point. So we deduct 1 point from the nationalist support track, and now there are 9 left. An assault is a type of action that only shock units can participate in, where they can move and attack in the same impulse. The nationalists have 6 shock units in Area E, which are now activated and move into Area M. To improve their chances in combat during this assault, the nationalists now spend another support point to declare a prepared attack, and this reduces the number of support points by 1 to 8. Next, the nationalists select one of their units as their lead unit, and they select the IFNI sharpshooters. A lead unit will always incur in more losses than any other unit of a side during combat. Because the Republicans are being attacked in a normal area denoted by the circle symbol, all line Republican units, the ones without the star, have to undergo a morale check. The Republicans have 4 line units in the defending area. Republican morale can change during the game, and it is currently at very low, which results in a +2 die roll modifier to Republican morale checks. Here is the morale check table. 1d6 is rolled and modifiers applied. On a result of 1 to 4, the unit passes the morale check and there is no further effect. On a 5 or 6, the unit retreats to a friendly adjacent area. And on a 7 or more, the unit is eliminated. We begin the morale checks with the Margarita Nelke Battalion. We roll 1d6, and the result is a 3, +2 for very low Republican morale. The result is a 5. The unit retreats to an adjacent friendly area and is flipped to its spent side. Next is the Sargento Vasquez Battalion, denoted by the AA notation. The roll is a 5, modified to a 7, and the unit is eliminated. Now it's the Acero Battalion's turn. The roll is a 2, modified to a 4, and it passes the morale check. And finally, we check for the Pua Battalion. It also rolls a 2, modified to a 4, and passes the morale check. Next, the Republican player decides if he will conduct a counterattack. A counterattack increases the combat's intensity level, and with it, the chances that the attackers will suffer losses if they fail to roll equal or higher than the intensity level. The downside of a counterattack for the defenders is that it flips the counterattacking units to their spent sides. the Republicans decide to counterattack. Only fresh units, that is, unspent units with an attack rating greater than 0, can be selected for the counterattack. And in this example, the Republicans select Listers, Gallegas, and Aceros battalions. Now we determine the intensity level for the combat, and we start with a base of 5. We add 1 because this is an assault, and we add the attack values of the participating counterattacking units, plus 3, for an intensity level of 9, and we place the appropriate marker in the area as a reminder. Now we add the attack ratings of all participating assaulting units, for a total of 7. Next, the defender selects his lead unit, the Lister battalion. The defender's lead unit's defense strength will be used to determine the total defense value when added to the area's terrain effect modifier. Next, the players can play as many combat event chits that they currently hold and apply, with players alternating playing chits or not. And in this particular example, both players decide not to play any event chits. Now the attacker rolls dice to be added to the attack rating of his units. Normally, 2 dice are rolled, but because the nationalists spent a support point to perform a prepared attack, they roll 3 dice and select the 2 highest results. The dice are rolled, a 5, a 4, and a 3. The 3 is discarded and the dice result is 9, which when added to the attack ratings of the units, 7, results in an attack value of 16. The defense value is the defense rating of the lead defense unit plus the terrain modifier. That results in a defense value of 9. So we take 16, the attack value, and subtract 9, the defense value. The difference, 7, is the number of loss points that the defending Republicans must sustain, either by flipping units to their spent sides, retreating, or eliminating them. In this example, the attacking nationalists do not suffer any loss points because their dice result was equal to the intensity level of 9. If, on the other hand, the nationalist had rolled a 7, the Republicans would have to sustain 5 loss points. In addition, because the dice result was less than the intensity level of 9, the nationalist would have had to sustain 2 loss points. However, let's return to our example where the Republicans suffer 7 loss points. Before assigning loss points, we flip all attacking nationalist units and all counterattacking Republican units to their spent sides. Now losses are inflicted, and the Republicans must absorb 7 loss points. They retreat the 3 now spent counterattacking Republican battalions, and that absorbs 3 loss points. The 2 Republican artillery units in the area also retreat, absorbing 2 more loss points, and we're at 5. The Pua battalion is flipped to its spent side, absorbing 1 loss point, and now we're at 6. 1 more point to take care of. So who takes the loss? The lead defending unit, the Lister battalion, which is already spent. So it is now eliminated since lead units always absorb more hit points than any other unit of their side. 1 spent Republican battalion still remains in Area M. So the area is now contested because it has forces of both sides, but is still under Republican control. And this completes 1 round of play for the nationalist player in the activation phase. Now it's the Republican player's round. He could activate the Basque militias to reinforce the area or perform any other action that the player chooses. And with this, we reach the end of the assault combat example in the rulebook of Asalto a Madrid. I hope that this video has given you a good idea of how the assault action works in Asalto a Madrid, also known as Storm over Madrid. I hope that this video has given you a good idea of how the assault action works in this game. Also, I'm very interested in finding out what do you think of this new video format, where we show a specific example in full detail. Does this help you appreciate the nuances of the game? I'm very much looking forward to your comments on this. So, this is Stuka Joe, signing off for now. Thanks for watching.